What it do, y'all? Thank you for tuning in to New Journey Who This.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And please follow us on YouTube.
So tonight we're going to be talking about relationships, and we have a guest on our show. His name is James Moore. James, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, first of all, thank y'all for having me as a guest on y'all's show. Like you said, my name is James Moore. I grew up in Lone Point, which is like 10 minutes outside of Maysville. But you will find out more about me in this interview.
Okay, so let's start with the first question. How many kids do you have, and how old are they?
I have a 25-year-old son, 19-year-old daughter, turns 19 this month. I have a 17-year-old daughter, and I have an 8-year-old son. So I have 4 kids.
Okay. So the reason why this is so important, because it's very unusual to have a single father. Because normally we used to like always dealing with like single parents as a mother, but he's a single father. And can you tell us a little bit how that became your situation?
Well, in the midst of, my wife at the time, she was telling me, she was having me a son. Well, it's a son. So, during the delivery process, he was sitting up high and they was trying to figure out why. And so they had to induce her labor, so she had to have a C-section. And while that was doing that, I didn't know at the time they were doing a whole lot of samples. They were getting a whole lot of samples. And so it was like a bittersweet moment, So a couple of days later, they came back and told us that they think she has cancer. And so, yeah, it was confirmed that she had ovarian cancer and she was stage 4. And so 7 months later, she passed away. And my son was 7 months old when she passed away. And so, yeah, but that's how I became a single father.
Wow. Okay, so what are some challenges you face as a single parent?
Being a single parent, the biggest struggle to me is really trying to learn your kids through the midst of the absence of their mother. So sometimes you try to balance can I be a father? Because, I can be a father, but I can't be a mother. And that was the biggest thing to try to learn, because I can't be hard on them all the time. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they still need to do what they need to do. But it's just trying to find that balance, because I don't want to punish them for everything that they do wrong. But this is like the biggest, hardest, because I remember, the first time my daughter started her period, and, she had came to the room. No, she was getting ready for school, and she was in the bathroom. She came out. She was like, "Daddy, I'm a woman now." And, me being me, in the zone and everything, I was like, "Girl, go back in the bathroom. I ain't paying no mind." And so later on in the afternoon, my sister had called me. And she's like, "Boy," she said, "did Jayla tell you something this morning?" I said, "Yeah." She said she was a woman. And she was like, "Boy, she's trying to tell you her period came on." So I'm like, "Oh, man." Wow. And, and it's like one of the beautiful things of being a parent, especially, some men are, they shy away from stuff like that because they're female. But, so thank God that I have a good support system that are women in the family that, that help her along the way to, go out, find the right size stuff and, and self-care when that time's come. So, but yeah, that's about it. I mean,
wow.
And you got 4 different personalities that, that you got to deal with. Because, one is a little bit more sensitive than the other. One's more active. So, yeah. And then when I talk about her turning to a female, I got one that was right behind her. So, yeah, y'all know when that time of the month, they be clashing. So, but, even though a lot of things were hard, it was still beautiful. Because, sometimes they sit and just reflect. Like, even though my wife's not here, she left me with 4 kids.
Wow.
Oh, so you had all 4 by the same woman?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Wow. So how is the dating life now that you are back on the market?
Well, at first,
How you know he on the market?
I'm single.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
But through my experience that I didn't want to be single. After my wife passed, I gave it some time. But the thing is that I have told myself I have to make sure my household is in order before I pursue another relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I got to make sure my kids is right. Because I was trying to force a relationship or try something, but my house wasn't in order. So I just fell back from it. You know what I'm saying? So I can do a dinner date or hang out. But I had this conversation with Marquita one time. Said I can't date nobody within four months of meeting. I don't know them. And and through my experience, women don't have patience. You know what I'm saying?
Men don't either. But
what I'm saying is, I have learned to be like, I don't know exactly what you have on the table. You know what I'm saying? So if it takes 4 months, it can take a year. It may take 2 years. But the thing is, we gotta have motion. You know what I'm saying? I really gotta know you.
Yeah. All right. So how do you balance work and parenting?
I got a story that really, really hurt me down to my soul one day. Because, since my son was 7 months old when, my wife passed away. So I got him on the weekends, and my mother-in-law and my parents took care of him during the week. And so I had him on the weekend. I got him like a Friday, I think, and I had to go to work that Saturday morning. And this is of an age when he was talking, and he said, and he started crying when he asked me this. She was like, "Daddy, why you got to go to work?" And when he said that, excuse me.
Wow.
When he said that, yeah, I go to work, but sometimes I use my days just, I'm not making my job that more important than my kids.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, but fortunate, work ain't been that crazy lately. So I can have a weekend, but I don't mind working weekends because, I work 8 hours a day. We can do something in the afternoons. Like my daughter's in sports, and so I can go to their game. My son just played for the YMCA, so his season is over with. But right now, it's a good work-life balance. So
yeah. Wow, that was a beautiful moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was. I can definitely relate to that because I used to work where he worked. And my son is now 15. And when I worked there, he pretty much was raised by his 2 grandmas and my sister. Yes. Yeah. So I can.
It's beautiful to see that he take that serious though. You get it? That's amazing. So I mean, hats off to you for sure.
Yes. How do you feel when you realize you were going to have to step up and be a single parent? Like, how did that feel?
Honestly, I didn't know if I could do it or not. You know what I'm saying? So because, it's always been pretty much me and her raising these kids. And I was like the breadwinner. Like, I wouldn't say breadwinner like in a bad way, but I was the one that, took on all the overtime, working the weekends, and, so that way everything's like, we can do whatever. But when you got to raise these kids by yourself, I can't even explain it. You know what I'm saying? One thing I asked myself, I doubted myself. I didn't think I could do it. But, God blessed me with good people in my life. So that's the only way I made it.
Yeah.
For
sure.
My mother-in-law, my sisters, nieces,
wow,
my parents.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, if it weren't for them, I would have been gave up.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was just so much, my emotion, like, it was a whole lot to take on. But thank God I got good people in my life, and that's the only way I made it through.
Yeah. Yep. Most definitely. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
41.
41. Okay. So I just want to get the story. So you was married. Your last child is when your wife got cancer.
Mm-hmm. Well, we was I ain't gonna lie, as a man, I was scared to get married. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but I was scared to get married, and when she fell ill, that was one of her dying wishes, is that we get married.
Wow.
And when we got married, it was like one of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the things I always held over my head, is that I should have did a whole lot sooner.
Wow.
I should have did it a whole lot sooner. So sometimes you just wish back and just do things different, but
you learn and
you learn.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
But the good thing about it, you got the kids and you teaching them the things that you didn't do and the stuff, that sometimes we, regret. You're instilling that into them. And so that's a beautiful thing. Like, I commend you.
Me too.
That's really like,
I
didn't know like all this, but wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take you took for real. Okay, so how have you built your support network? Which you have already talked about that. Your mother and your nieces and all of them pretty much have helped.
Yeah, because the advice I can give anybody that that has lost a husband or lost a wife or just lost anybody that you love dearly, is that everybody's going to be there when that funeral is there. You have all these activities around death. Everybody's going to be there, but the thing is, are they going to be there? 6 months from now, a year from now.
Yeah.
And like I said, my family has always been there. Mm-hmm. Friends, some went, I met new people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not many, but as far as like support, it don't take much to support anybody.
Right.
You don't have to be in my presence to support me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It can be just a phone call, a text message. It's just simple stuff like that, because, whatever meme or whatever this little videos people be sending, you don't know, that can make me smile in that moment when I be thinking about something else. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of support that I like, and that's the kind of support that, we should do for each other.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know why people think you got to do a whole lot to feel appreciated. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just check up on me. That can go a long ways.
Right.
Yeah.
And just like a guy I used to work with, and just out the blue, I hear a banging on the door. I said, I said some words, but like, who is that banging on my door like that? And I opened the door, and there's a guy we used to work with named Grover Jarvis. I'm gonna say his name, and I just want to let him know that meant a whole lot to me that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he just stopped by and just checked up on me, and there's a whole bunch of guys a few guys that they just stop and check up on me.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't got to be an hour long. They just stop by and say hey and just go on about their day. Because I ain't selfish. I know you got stuff to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but to anybody that does that, I thank y'all. I love y'all. And
wow, that's amazing. Dang. Who can you talk to about how you're feeling when you need to talk to someone? I guess it's us tonight.
I mean, I don't have any specifics, because we can talk about anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just conversation is very, very important. Mm-hmm. And I've been told that I have left a mark on a few people just off of conversation, don't even know it. Mm-hmm. So it's just like I got one of the dear friends of mine, they text me every morning. You know what I'm saying? So as far as that, it comes to me.
Yeah,
I don't go out.
You put out good energy, so it come back.
I mean, you can say that too, but if you really care about somebody, they shouldn't have to go out their way to talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said before, it don't take much. Mm-hmm. A text message, a conversation, it don't take much.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So I never went out there and tried to. Well, I did a couple times, but the calls weren't answered and the text weren't answered. So I just stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So I have another question for you. If you would ask God for a particular woman, what would she be like?
I want to ask God for any kind of woman, because God know me and He know what kind of woman I need in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out there requesting anything from Him, because sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for.
Right.
And so, you know what I'm saying? He know you, and He'll send a blessing your way, not when you want it, but just in time.
Yep.
And so I'm not gonna ask God to send me a special woman. I'm gonna let Him just, hey, whatever you see fit for me, just let me know.
Amen.
Yeah, I know that was good.
That was a good one. Good answer.
Yes, and what would you say? I want to for someone that might be tuning in that's a single father. It worked both ways, women too. But just because you're a single father, and they're raising kids, and what would you have advice you would give them? To just keep going.
The best advice I can give anybody that's in the situation is just always put your kids first. You know, support your kids, but at the same time, also take time out for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing, is to have a peace of mind. Yeah, like me, I support my kids 100%, but you know, I also got to have a peace of mind. And also, you know, there's one thing that, you know, some women that I met, they, like I said, they always stress a relationship, and don't worry about the relationship, it'll come. But at the time, you know, take care of your kids, because you know, maybe I'm too busy for a relationship, and I might not be the person for you, because like I said, my kids are my priorities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Got like a whole. It's just like a quiet moment in here. I guess that's real
Yeah,
though.
that's real.
Yeah, I mean, I always say, man, I just can't say enough how much I love my kids. I love my family. I wouldn't trade them for the world. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. Like if I was to get married again, I'm still gonna call my sister-in-law.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
My mother-in-law. That's, hey, yeah. I'm not gonna change that. So if I'm dating anybody, you just have to get used to it, because you know they have done a lot for me. That's their title. They earned their title, so I'm not gonna take it away from them.
Is there anything else you want to share?
Not that I know of, but you know, I hope this ain't the last time I be on your show.
No, of course not.
Of course not.
You know what I'm
Family
saying?
now, look, we done bonded. We done bonded over.
We bonded.
Yeah, I hope this ain't the last time I be on your show, because you know, I told my kids, you know, I was coming up here and stuff like that, and they want to watch it, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
especially my oldest daughter. She was over to the house last night, so
yeah.
yeah,
It's good to release though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm finding that, like, I'm 36, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm finding it's a beautiful thing even for men to release. A lot of times we don't see men showing emotion.
Right.
But it's like it's beautiful. Like, we're humans, and I mean, you know, I'm married, but sometimes it's just I can see in a man's world it can be very overwhelming, you know, from taking care of the house and responsibilities and working and all that. So yeah, for sure. This is a beautiful thing.
Yes,
and
it is.
and also true to, you know, if there's a man that's watching this show, man, it's all right to cry, man.
Yeah.
Man, I tell anybody, it's let it out,
Yeah,
let it out.
for sure.
You know, and man, if anybody want to have a conversation, man, hey, we can get in touch. We'll sit down and have a talk. We'll talk on the phone, because you know there may be some things that I didn't say in this interview, or there may be something I missed. But if you want to sit down and talk to me or have a conversation, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's good. We need that. You get what I'm saying? People really need that. Even in our community, we need that. That's why I feel like God allow us to go through certain things. It's just to help other people too. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
To shine a light where they're dark. People that can't handle the pressures that you went through, they would have really lost their mind. You get what I'm saying? And God covered you and strengthened you. So I enjoyed this tonight. Wow, this was beautiful, and thank you for sharing it with us.
Yes, thank you for sharing your story.
And I
No,
pray
no
that God
problem.
continue to strengthen you and the kids, and He'll, He got everything planned for you for sure, for all of us. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. If you're just catching this later on, definitely we're gonna save it so you can replay it. Don't forget we're on YouTube now to like and share, subscribe, so that we can continue to build. Also, a shout out to Brandon Floyd from Always Media. We're in his podcast studio. Thank you for allowing us to come here and you make us feel at home. So we thank you. If you have any booking needs, photography, videography, he do all of that. Brandon Floyd, and on social media is All Wave Media. All right, guys. So until next time, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Good night.